All right, what is up, y'all? Today we're gonna be making this cool collage right here with some of your photos. Now, you guys can make it with any photos you'd like. It could be you and your friends. It could be a trip maybe you and the family took. It could be of your dog, of your cat. I really don't care as long as it is school appropriate. But let's get into it without further ado. All right, so like always, you're gonna go into Photoshop, hit File, New. You're gonna get a pop-up window that looks like this. Let me scale this down so everybody can see it, like so. Pop-up window is gonna look like this. I want you guys to go to the one that says, I believe it is Photo. See the tab that says Photo? And you're gonna choose default Photoshop size, 7:5. Keep the resolution and everything the same, and then click Create. So now you should get a background that looks like this, all right? So now let's find a background to use. So let me see, I'm gonna go here, and let's pull this over. Let me open up Google real quick. So we have Google. And then now I'm gonna go to Google Images. So let's do google.com/images. And I'm just looking for a really generic background, all right? So let me just do a wood background. And I'm gonna choose any of these. Usually what I do is I go right here to where it says Tools. I will choose size and go to large, so I have a high resolution pictures. And I'll go to type, and I'll do any type. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Like that. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna just find one. I think I like this one. I'm gonna right click, hit Save Image As, and then choose where I wanna save it. I'm just gonna save it in my downloads, and then hit Save. So now I have the picture here. It's saved right here under the downloads. So if I click this little download button, it'll pop up there. So I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna drag it into Photoshop. I'm still holding onto my mouse, and then I'm gonna let go on my mouse and hit Import Image. So now that I hit Import Image, I'm gonna go to my downloads and choose the picture. There it is. And then I'm gonna go ahead and size it up the way I want it to be. And then I'm gonna hit Enter, like that. Cool, so we have our background. So now what I would recommend doing is finding the photos you want. I have all these pictures from my trip to Italy in this nice little folder here. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on one, and then I'm gonna drag it onto my Photoshop. So see, I just got it from the window, dragged it in, and then there you go, I have a photo. So I'm gonna scale it down and move it. When I like where it's at, I'm gonna hit Enter to lock it in. If I ever wanna change it, I hit Control T on my keyboard. So that's Control and then the letter T at the same time. And then I can move it and I can scale it again. So I'm just gonna keep it there, center it like that. Hit Enter to save my changes. So right now we just have a picture on a background. Now I wanna add a couple things to it. So I'm gonna go ahead to here, double click on this gray area, and then I'm gonna get a pop-up for my layer styles. I'm gonna go ahead and click the checkbox next to stroke, and I'm gonna make sure it's a inside stroke and that my color is white, okay? I could change the size of it, so see how the border gets bigger or smaller? If I want the border to be on the outside, I could change the position from inside to outside, and I could change everything else. So there we go. So I like the way that looks. Now let me add a drop shadow. So now I'm gonna add a drop shadow by clicking the one down here, clicking it, and then I could change this too. And it's very slight, but now you see I have a shadow around my picture. So once I like my changes, I'm gonna click OK. And now I'm just gonna do that with every other picture I wanna add in. So I'm gonna bring in another picture, size it down, maybe rotate it a little, make it a little smaller, hit Enter, and then same thing. I'm gonna add both a drop shadow and a stroke. So there we go. And then you just keep doing that. I wanna see at least maybe 8 to 10 pictures on here, and just fill it up, all right? All right, so now that I have all my pictures up, You guys already know the deal. You go to File, Export, Export As. Then you're going to choose the format. I'm going to save it as a JPG. Keep my quality high. And then I'm going to hit Export and go ahead and save it in the folder and name it your name. And then Collage. And then go ahead and turn it in on Teams. All right, y'all. So that's all for today. Happy editing.